Liranzu Themba is live for us in Pretoria and was attending that briefing for us. And so, Liranzu, just as the Minister Malusi Gigaba has been dealing with this sort of, public relations issue that has to do with that video that leaked over the weekend, trouble has come knocking, and this time around there's no debating whether or not it's in the public interest or not. It's firmly in the hands of the President now, according to what the Public Protector had to say.
And some of the, talkings in this press conference by journalists here to us indicating that when it rains, it pours. And certainly this seems to be the case for the Minister of Home Affairs, Malusi Gigaba. And with regards to the Public Protector, she was quite clear with her remedial actions. And they do include the fact that the President must take appropriate disciplinary action against Gigaba. And when quizzed by journalists as to what constitutes disciplinary or actions, she said that she cannot prescribe to the President what that will entail, but she has given the President quite few deadlines. There needs to be some action no later than 14 days, because we know that the Minister of Home Affairs not only violated his ethics code of ethics and his as a parliamentarian, but also the Constitution. So it is quite serious, the sort of what he's been found to have been guilty of, and that is by lying to the court. And of course we know that the North Gauteng High Court did find that he did lie on oath when he did say that he did not give anyone permission for the Oppenheimers to go ahead with the Firebrand mission really at Tambo International Airport. So this is quite serious for the Minister of Home Affairs. We know that, as you've rightfully put it to us, he has just, gone through a scandal, and now it is up to the President himself to take action as to what is going to become of this minister after these scathing report by the Public Protector.
Yeah, you're right, Liranzu. I mean, the whole scandal around the video, it's open to debate, but this is hardly open to debate. We know from the case in the Nkandla case that the Public Protector's remedial actions are binding unless reviewed and set aside in court.
Absolutely. We know that with the President, the former President, Jacob Zuma, those remedial actions can simply not be ignored. What I think is quite important is that Busisiwe Mkhwebane said that she had requested for the minister to give, his version of events during her probe into this matter, and received no response from the minister. But that didn't stop her from going ahead with this probe. And this is the conclusion that she's come up with. And as I've said, it is those deadlines that she has put forward, saying that there needs to be action by the President, and this action needs to be done within 14 days. Also, the President must advise the Public Protector of the action taken by the President within 20 days of the tabling of this report. So 20 days after today, the President should give an indication as to what is going to become of this report, what is going to happen, what are the remedial actions that are going to be taken to us. So it's a look and see event right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, interestingly, that issue around the permission for Fireblade to open that terminal at the Tambo Airport was before Parliament yesterday, and I guess now there's no sidestepping this matter for the President. Very quickly now, Liranzu, talk to us about the two other Executive Ethics Code investigations that the Public Protector gave you an update on.
Yes, another executive allegation that was against the former police minister, Nathi Nhleko. It was in relation to what a complaint that was lodged by the DA with relation to a 30 million rand that was allegedly unwillfully rewarded to an NGO that was owned by Nhleko's wife. But according to the Public Protector and according to her probe, it seems like those allegations were unsubstantiated. So that probe has been dismissed, and of course the minister, or the former minister, gets off scot-free on this instance. And of course we also know that there was a car scandal. This was demonstrated via the DA again. They lodged a complaint against Minister Lindiwe Zulu, who basically was being accused of overspending money on her official vehicles, about 3 million rand or so. And it turns out, according to the public protector, that that number is far below that, and the allegations that she was really just going over and above the recommended salary, or rather recommended money that is needed for State's car, has been unfounded. So those two officials get away. There have not been any sort of wrongdoings found on their part, but it is not the same with our fellow Minister of Home Affairs.
Clarity very quickly, Leranzo, is it Lindiwe Zulu or Lindiwe Sisulu?
Lindiwe Zulu.
All right, great. Thank you so much. That is ENCA's Leranzo Temba out at the Public Protector's office in Pretoria, updating us on the reports that the Public Protector has tabled, including, of course, that now is our breaking story, that she has found that the Minister of Home Affairs violated the Executive Ethics Code and the Constitution when he lied under oath in court.